Man, a lot of mucking around, Trev. Have to stop, do all this stuff. I have to learn how to bloody just switch my camera on and off on the fly. G'day guys, how's it going? This is day one of the trip, Thursday the 24th of May, and oh man, I just rode through Malanda, Miller, Jagan, all that area, and it was bloody raining and foggy, and big old police escort come through with one of those one of them bloody windmill blades. Anyway, thought I'd kick off the old video. What I'm going to do is instead of just videoing for hours and hours and then having millions of hours of footage to condense into one video, what I'm going to do is just turn the camera on for a couple of minutes here, there and everywhere, and that'll be good. Oh, I tell you what, it's a relief. Before I pulled up, I was still in the hills, and the fog and the rain and the dew and those shitty bloody roads. It was pretty crazy. Alright, so now we're down on the lower area, coming up to the South Johnson turnoff, and yeah, happy days. I am on holidays. Yeehaw! Somewhere around here there should be a bloody turnoff to South Johnson. Yeah, I know I'm not sitting on 100, but these roads are crap and wet. Anyway, the sun's coming out, the roads are going to dry out, the roads are going to get a bit straighter and a bit nicer. Nicer? Everyone on a bike saying, what? Nicer? The nice roads are the bendy roads. Yeah, well that's true, if they weren't wet and dark and full of fog. Oh, smell the cow shit. We in the country. Hey guys, well, I ended up, when I was coming down to Emerald, I ended up only filming, oh, what was it, when I was on the range after Miller. Yeah, and it was raining and it was horrible and oh, shit. So anyway, I made it all the way down, and I've been putting up videos all week, so you guys have been seeing all of that. And now it's Wednesday 29th, I think, and I'm just heading down. Jeff's still at his place. Just heading down to find some fuel up, pack up all my stuff ready for the big old return trip. Haven't been in the saddle for a few days, I'm starting to miss it. Yeehaw! It's pretty dry down here. Just at the end of this street near Jeff's place, that's where that big bloody yellow dump truck is. There she is. And just here where that white dual cab is, that's where we did the video along there, the high speed run with the Traxxas Slash little car. And over there's John Deere. There's a fellow motorcyclist. There you go, mate. Hey! Well, I reckon me and Jeff and me and Ash and Caitlin and Kelly and Jen and that, we saw a few things, and pretty sure I covered most things in the little old Emerald town. Big trucks. Lots of big trucks in this town. Tell you what, there's plenty of money spent on cars and toys and shit in this town. I reckon there's bloody $80,000 trucks in this town that are got $20,000-$30,000 hanging off them. It's crazy. Unleaded 91. That's me. Hey guys. Well, it's about, this is where I took that big panoramic photo of the bike on the side of the road, and I think I'm about, I don't know, 100 k's south of Ballyendo Crossing, and I'll show you a bit of riding along the road. It's so beautiful out today. It was 12 degrees there for a bit. I think it's warmed up to about 14 now, and it's amazing. The sky's just no clouds. It's the most clear, beautiful, breathtaking sky, and it's cool, and it's just bloody awesome. Yeah, so I've been riding for, I don't know, a couple of hours, and my butt was getting a bit sore, so it was time for a quick stretch and a photo op. Okay. Oh, 16 now, 16 degrees. I thought I'd use my cruise control a lot more out here in the middle of nowhere, but I kind of prefer, well, it's not cruise control, well, it's throttle lock, but I find I prefer not to use it because just the road conditions change constantly, so it's just nice to be able to throttle on and off whenever you want. And I've set myself plenty of time plenty of time to get to Charters Towers today, so just cruising along. And it is beautiful. I didn't worry about having brekkie in Emerald this morning. It was a bit early for me. I tell you what, when I get to bloody Valley Endo, I reckon I'm going to have me a... What am I going to have? When you're riding for ages, one of the things you can think about is, what am I going to stop and eat soon? I reckon toasties and chips and coffee and water. Yeah, that sounds pretty groovy. Check out these roads, but just ride and ride and ride and ride, and then eventually you'll get to a corner, and then you ride and ride and ride a bit more. Crosswinds are a bit of fun. He's zooming along and then suddenly it wants to push you over a little bit to the side. Not too far, no big deal. But I was riding all a little bit, I don't know, a little bit nervous there for a while on the way down, but now I'm starting to become used to it. You just take the bumps and that and you stride. You just keep cruising. Cruising. The trick is when you're doing big Ks is to just don't be in a hurry, but try and maintain a nice pace. You know, if you sit on between 90 and 105, just cruise along, right into the conditions. Takes all the stress off. If you're zooming along at 150 trying to be a hero, too much stress for me. I like the cruising. I'm hoping the pool at the Big 4 caravan park at Charters, I'm hoping it's not too cold, because I reckon the Savi I'm just going to go in there and have a nice splash. I reckon it's nice to have a swim after a big day of riding. Check out that view. Just flat country for miles and miles all around. Tell you what, having the electric screen on the FJ is really good. And sometimes you don't want it up because it just feels like it's in your way. So you have it down a bit, and then sometimes you're a bit fatigued and you just want to get out of the wind, so you just put it right up and tuck down in like this. You can't even feel the wind. When I'm cruising, I like to bring it down so this piece across the top of the screen is just below where I'm looking. DC 120 Ks, that's Valley Endo crossing, 120 Ks to go. The other day I was was in at Mossy's. Well, I had the bike when I had to get the new regulator rectifier fitted. It was at the bike shop next door to Mossy's detailing. Anyway, I'm hanging out with Mossy, and he had to detail a Harley and 1400 Ninja, and I said, "Oh, it'll be alright if I just sit on the Ninja for a second?" And he goes, "Yeah, you'll be right." And I'm sitting on it, and all the write-ups say the 1400 Ninja's this big, heavy thing, and you need light to go fast. I don't necessarily agree with that. I sat on the Ninja, and compared to the FJ, it felt like a feather. It felt really nimble. So yeah, maybe one day I'll slip a 1400 Ninja in next to the FJ. And you gotta have choices when you want to go for a ride. Do you want to cruise along in luxury, or do you want a little bit of a sporty ride? Now all I got to do is work on how I'm going to approach this subject with the lease. Hey babe, I was thinking about getting another bike. Oh, Struth. Pretty sure she's just going to tell me, if you want another bike, you're going to have to sell the one you got. Which ain't going to happen anytime soon. Tell you what guys, when you do go for long rides, don't be a hero and try and do really long distances between getting off and having your stretches. I found that a 3 or 4 minute stretch, sometimes I don't even get off the bike, just pull up, you know, switch the bike off, stand up over the bike and stretch. That's all you need. And then when you sit back down, your butt isn't tingling anymore, and you can do another half an hour, 45 minutes or an hour. I just think the trick is to keep doing those little things and keep your water content up, and look after yourself, and you'll enjoy the trip way more. It's way more fun. Another one I do is in my little glove box on the side here where my car charger is. I keep a little thing of a little chapstick, and because when you got this cold wind blowing in your face for hours at a time, slap the chapstick on, you don't get no cracked lips. And now we've come out of an area where the side of the road was plenty of trees, and then you'll come into an area like this where it's just open. I guess it hasn't been turned into agricultural land for cotton and wheat, so I guess this must just be grazing land. Well, morning guys. It's 7:30 Friday morning, and when I got up this morning I made a little video which you guys have probably seen already. And yeah, that was at the Charter Towers Big 4 Caravan Park, which I highly recommend if you guys are coming through and you want somewhere nice and cheap and comfortable and friendly to stay. Good little spot. Yeah, so my alarm says to me, because it tells me the degrees when it starts going off in the morning, it says 9 degrees, 9 degrees. And then oh, I said, bugger this, it's too cold. So I set it for another 15 minutes, and then 15 minutes later it goes 8 degrees, 8 degrees. Oh shit. Anyway, so yeah, now we're heading north out of Charters Towers, 135 kilometers to Townsville. We don't actually go into Townsville, we just peel off to the left, start heading Yeah, and then it's from Townsville up to Cardwell. I think it's about 150, 160 k's. What we might do is just blaze a trail straight up to Cardwell and have something nice for breakfast, and that'll be nice. Townsville A6 straight ahead. Radio. Good thing about riding this FJR, as all you FJR boys and ladies and gang out there know, is you're cruising along, you're getting a bit of wind. What do? Press this little button here. Go gadget. Oh, I'm sure you could pick up on that. Suddenly there was wind and then suddenly there wasn't. How cool is that? Townsville, 132 kilometers. Excellent. Alright, let's get this day on the road. Yeehaw! And once again, it's a beautiful blue sky. Because we're heading from... What are we heading from? North? We're heading west, from the west towards the east, and the sun rises in the east. We are, as you can see, riding straight into that big fiery ball. So I don't know how the GoPro's going dealing with that, but anyway, I'll switch it off in a sec and switch it back on when we find something of interest. Forgot to put me gloves on too, so there's an opportunity to pop the gloves on. Well guys, it's Friday, officially day 9 of the trip. I left, oh shit, I'm a bit sore. I left Charters Towers at 7:30 this morning. Whew. Went through to Ingham, had a feed, kept coming up, and just quietly my hands are numb and sore. Oh, my ass is never fucking, oh sorry swear word, my backside has never been so sore. What else? My left knee is tingling. Oh, it stopped hurting and now it just tingles. Anyway, just gone through Miller and all that, and now we're just coming into Malanda, little old Malanda, where I did the video about the ghost in the Majestic movie theatre and all of that. And yeah guys, well, I haven't got stacks of footage because all that riding is just in the middle of nowhere and there wasn't that much to show you, and so most of the footage you've already seen on my daily uploads to YouTube. So yeah, hope you've enjoyed it, and as I said on one of my daily uploads, I'm feeling super psyched now to start doing some daily trips around the joint, maybe Port Douglas and Cardwell and bloody here, there and everywhere. And yeah, well, you know what, that's it. Oh, I'm gonna switch this off now, scoot home, and drink me a really, really tall beer. Alright guys, see you on the next one.